Good evening, all. It is Friday, and it is time for us to play some games together. Obviously, we spent the last 3 Friday streams reading through the Call of Cthulhu adventure, so a little change of pace tonight. And we're going to go with a fighting fantasy adventure that we haven't tried yet. And from his messages today, Iman hasn't tried this one either. So it's a new one for all of us. I have some friends waiting in the wings. I'll add them in just a moment or two. Just going to say hello to some people lurking in chat. We've got Wayne. Hello, Wayne. There's Iman lurking in the form of intellectual quandary. There's the crafting gamer. There's Halakar. There's Lee Baker. There's the Joker in the form of me. Straw Piglet. Yes, it is cold in the icebox, Joker. It is cold. Yes, isolated, alone, in the darkness. Can you hear the static? No? Can you hear it now? Yes. Yeah, I know what you meant. I know you meant icebox, i.e. the waiting room. Yes. I got that. Hungar is out of surgery and everything is good. I think that's, if I had an alcoholic drink in front of me, sorry, I clattered the microphone, I would toast it to Hungar's health, but I only got lemonade in front of me tonight because I've got a bit of a throat. So some icy cold lemonade, but Hungar, cheers. So, yeah, it's lemonade for me. I've had a bit of a growly chest for the last week or so, and it's getting better. I will occasionally cough, as you may have noticed on the last couple of streams. So I do apologise for that. 0.16 watts. Oh, my vape's talking to me. Listen. 100% battery left. You hear that? 100% battery left. It's an American voice. Hello, Mike. How are you doing? Okay, we have about 10 people. Lifting a diet Mountain Dew to Hungar's health. If you are lifting a non-diet Mountain Dew to Hungar's health, I would question your motives. I've never had non-diet Mountain Dew, but I believe it's very sugary as far as I know. I like a little bit of sugar, but I don't go over the top on fizzy drinks. But yeah, if you want to get some sleep, Hungar, you do that because you've had a tough old couple of weeks. So look after yourself. You've only got one body. Look after it and make sure it's well rested. Okay. So, my body's hardly a temple, but I do only have the 0 sugar in versions of drinks these days because my mum is diabetic and has been since she was in her early 20s, type 1 diabetes, and so I've been told that with it in the family, I've got to be a little bit careful. So, there you go. Don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Touch wood. Touching various bits of wood around me. All's been good so far. Okay, so Armies of Death. Armies of Death, you say? Palmetto says that his body is a temple of doom. Well, yeah, a forbidden haunted temple. I do abuse it with quite a few spices from time to time. I do like a little bit of chili. More than a little bit of chili. Which isn't always good, but that's because of course I can't. You will have your ice cream and your cheese and all that, which I can't have. Yeah. I know. For me, it's red meat, chicken, fish, rice, pasta, and lots of vegetables and spice. That's mostly my diet. It's not the worst diet in the world. Chili contest at work next Wednesday. Are you entering, Halakar? Are you feeling confident? I've got some very interesting spices in my fridge that could help you train your palate a little. Do you remember the stream where I had the Reaper relish? That will train anyone's palate. Jesus. Yes. Yeah, last time I had that, I felt like my stomach was going to explode. It was absolutely brutal. You are smoked bison with black bean and chipotle pepper. Chipotle's not all that potent, though, is it? So, I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit of Scotch bonnet or something, just to a bit of habanero, maybe, just to give yourself a little bit of life. Yes, the problem is the bathroom post-meal. Yeah. I know. You're preaching to the converted, preaching to the perverted, and the converted. But anyway, I'm going to add in a cut. They've become regulars the last couple of streams, and I do apologise for inflicting their ugly mugs on you, but they like being here, don't you, chaps?
Hello.
Hi. No ugly mug unless you want it.
Put your. I mean, look. There's already 2 ugly mugs, and I was going to say, if you've shaved your beard off, you can stay off. But yeah, you've got that fine beard.
I've also got this.
Oh,
it's not. Whoa, it's not mirrored. That's really weird. Oh, you got the old one. I got the the re-release, if you will. Yeah.
Hello, Christopher. How are you? Yeah. You're right there, Omanal. That's why my favourite of the chili relishes that I've got is the hot smoky one. It's 8 out of 10 on the heat scale, but it's got this real lovely smoky aftertaste. It does kick. It kicks. If you have too much of it, it kicks pretty brutally, but it's just that right amount, just to give you a good zing and a nice sweet and smoky flavour at the same time. The Reaper one is just brutal, and my brother's got the ginger one, which is almost as hot as the Reaper one and very harsh. If you like ginger, then that's the thing for you. I must say, I have been a bad geek the last few days. I have got myself, you know how I've said many, many times on stream, I don't watch much television.
Indeed.
I don't watch much television at all. However, there is one British TV show that I watched it last year. It's back on again now. It would be The Traitors, yes. I know there was an American version. The American version was a little bit too over polished for me. And I really don't like Alan Cummings' accent. It's all over.
It is an acquired taste, bless him.
It is, yes. But I think he makes a wonderful camp.
He does. He really plays on what he is.
Yes, he does the evil lord.
Not only that, he plays on his sexuality, which just absolutely him all over.
It works for the role, doesn't it? But I think Claudia Winkleman, who hosts the British version, does it really, really well. I think she does it really, really well. And I like it because I play on various message boards. I play Werewolf and Mafia games. So I can see playing, even though you know who the traitors are from the first episode onwards, I can see the little games they're playing and think, we've done that. We've done that in games. But I can see the mistakes that the good guys are making and think, I'm sitting to myself and think, no, drop that pack mentality. No, you're going for the, why is it always the ones that get banished are the ones who are loud, who are there putting themselves in people's faces?
I was going to say, as for the traitors, I wouldn't I wouldn't have banished the one they banished the second time. I'd have got rid of the teacher.
Yeah. But she's put herself on the chopping block.
Considering the other girl knew the teacher was gunning for her from day one, I thought they'd have got rid of her, either first half or second.
The problem, I mean, if you ever play one of these games and you're on team good, and you've got 2 or 3 people who are very upfront and forthright and trying to push for information, they are most likely on team good.
Yeah.
Because that's how you get information. That's how you force traitors to make mistakes. And the traitors will focus in on them and try and get them out of the game because they're the ones who are threats.
Yeah, but the thing that got me is the teacher was gunning for her even before traitors got picked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That can happen.
Memberships already.
Oh, Christopher! Thank you, Christopher. Thank you. If you've just got a membership from the Hilt, then say thank you. Let people know. Celebrate it. I can't see because I don't watch the stream on YouTube at the same time because there's a little delay on it, and it makes me hear myself in 10 seconds time. So
yeah, it's not good.
No, it ain't good. So and StreamYard doesn't show me who's got it. So who has got it? Read them out.
I don't know. I can't. I can see. I only saw the notification like you did.
Oh, you're in StreamYard as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Jeb, what did you miss? We've died horribly a couple of times in alone against a static. Well, we had a Pyrrhic victory and we had a horrible death, but both were right at the end. So thank you, Christopher.
Thanks, Hilt. Legend.
So who got it?
I don't know if it says on StreamYard.
No, it says on YouTube.
No, it doesn't.
Robert Dan 2K, Martin Arnold, T Japanese Symbols.
I don't know any of them.
The channel must be growing then.
It must be. But Manfred's here. Manfred's a regular. He didn't get one. Jeb's here. Jeb's a regular. He didn't get one.
Well, to be fair, it took me till I can't remember who it was that gifted me one. Whoever it was, please remind me. I'll thank you again. It might have been, yeah. But it was like the third round.
I'm saying Parmetto's here and he didn't get one.
Oh, right.
I do wish it. I heard the algorithm tends to favour those who are here most often, most active. But
maybe they're lurkers then.
Maybe they are lurkers. I don't know. Yeah. I know you don't get to pick. YouTube has its way of selecting them, and I do wish it picked people who were here and most you do have to have it turned on in your account. Yes. So some people might get a notification saying you haven't got this turned on. If you haven't got it turned on in your account, tell Titty Boos. Right.
Yeah, I remember that. The first time someone gifted subs, I had to turn the option on, and then I got it in the next run or the run after that, I think.
Anyway, my tip for playing Mafia traitor type games is traitors will often try to blend into the background to begin with. The people who are going to sniff those out and force them to make mistakes are the people who go blundering in, shouting their mouths off. And what often happens is those people who go blundering in, shouting their mouths off, are the ones who get voted out. Because they get a lot of things wrong in terms of accusations, but they're trying to force traitors to put their foot in it, so that you learn more in the long run by having those around for a few days at the start. And that's what's happened in all. I've been watching. That's what tends to happen. The big personalities go first, and the traitors like that. Traitors really like that because they want the big personalities to go.
Oh yeah, I mean, I totally agree with the first one they got rid of. It's just I'd have either got rid of him the second time or the teacher the second time. Either way, them two would have gone first.
Okay, right. Anyway,
what are we here for anyway?
We're here for Armies of Death. This is slightly different to some of the other books in that we have an army, unsurprisingly. The army is made up of warriors, dwarfs, knights, and elves. Okay?
Yep.
Warriors, dwarfs, knights, and elves. We start with 100 warriors, 50 dwarfs, 50 elves, and 20 knights. We also start with our usual skill, stamina, and luck. And this book was previously owned by somebody called Mark Thompson. And I can see that the last time Mark played through this book, he gave himself 12 skill, 12 luck, and 24 stamina.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
Mine belongs to a Jack Berry, apparently.
Yeah.
Didn't steal it, I promise. Does your book say elves? Mine says elven archers.
Mine says warriors, dwarfs, elves, and knights.
Oh, they must have edited it slightly. It says elven archers here. I don't know if you can see it.
We don't get any provisions.
You see that?
Okay, so we've got to generate our stats, which is in the usual manner. I'm going to roll dice. I have. Okay, this could be an issue.
Oh dear.
We start with skill 8. Oh, indeed. Stamina 22, which is really good.
That's good. Okay.
Luck 9.
We can get by with that.
By the way,
I mean, I've not played it, so I don't even know. Go on.
By the way, man, I also have that T-shirt somewhere myself.
This Rick and Morty one.
Yeah.
I got it from. Can't remember what the website is. It might be Zavi. They do like 10 geek T-shirts for 30 quid or something.
Oh no, I got it when I was subscribed to what a box and Loot Crate and there.
Okay, yeah, it does say it's a Loot Crate one, but I didn't get it from Loot Crate.
I've never subscribed to any of those. Never, and probably never will.
Good, you did well saving your money.
Hit and miss, but some of them.
Oh, we also start with 700 gold pieces.
Ooh,
yes.
Can we buy ourselves to get better? I want a robot arm to improve our stamina.
I am looking to see.
Well, the fact that we've got 220 people in our army and we've still got 700 gold pieces is quite good.
Yeah, we'll just hide behind everybody else. Yeah, I like your plan.
I don't know how the book works. I've genuinely not read it. So,
well, I've only skimmed read it. I'm going through it now.
I've literally read the intro and that's it. I've not even read page 1.
Well, I've not read the intro, but I've read the mechanics.
Okay.
So I think that's more important. Good evening, Daniel. How are you doing? Danielle? Just a reminder, if anyone who's here, there will be only one game on the Discord tomorrow, and it's going to be the game I run, the later game, because Gene isn't around to run the early game. So it's going to be my Yule game starting at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But then in 2 weeks' time, I'm not running my Yule game. I have been invited to take part in a live streamed game in which I'm playing, and Bear is GMing.
Yeah, that one.
So yeah, I'm playing in that.
Is that the Palladium one?
It is, yes.
Right, okay.
Yes. And I'm going out of character a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's Palladium Fantasy. It's set in a fantasy world. And I'm playing a human from the year 2024 who has been displaced in the past.
John's literally doing like the thing that makes him like itch.
Yeah.
He's like, sci-fi, god damn it.
He will be some Beckett for the day.
Oh yeah.
Mercurius, thank you, Mercurius.
$2 down $100.
I now know where Mercurius's name comes from.
What, Mercury?
No. Yes. Mercurius told me.
Oh, okay. Lucky you.
Didn't just tell me, he told people, and I was like, that's where it comes from. Cheers, Mercurius. Right. Just bear with me a minute.
I'll give you a clue. Cats.
Okay. Are we ready? Is anybody else who's joined I haven't yet said hello to? Jeb, yes, you should stop working and you should add a lot more comments. But no, I do wish I do wish that memberships, when they are bought for the channel, do not get, I wish they got strewn around those who were present first, then spilled over to those who are most active, and only then to the lurkers. If you're lurking and you're present, at least you're present. I don't mind that. So go with those who are present, then those who are not present but who are generally active, and then those we've never heard from. Because those lovely 5 gifted memberships. I'm sorry if you're one of the people who's just received them. I love the fact that you've subscribed to my channel, but bloody well get involved, because I don't recognize any of your names.
That's all we asked for in 2024.
Yes.
Speak.
Get involved.
Yeah.
Of course.
More involvement, yeah.
Of course, they could be pseudonyms. They could have different names on the Discord. In which case, I didn't know. And here's Daniel.
Woo!
Hello, Daniel.
Kelsey.
No, it's Daniel tonight.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yay!
I'm
not cooking dinner, so it's Daniel.
Oh, okay, you're not wearing an apron then?
No, I am not.
You think he wears that much on a Friday?
Well,
it is a weekend soon.
Wait, I didn't say he wore anything underneath.
Why do you think I don't have the camera?
Oh, because you shot it.
Probably, yeah. I have been. Well, I don't think.
Goddamn camera spying on me! Bang!
I have been known. I have
afterwards
been known
as well. He definitely is the type to go.
So,
yes,
the background. We're 23 minutes into the stream. We haven't even bloody started yet. Right, okay. The background. Fame and fortune are 2 things which most adventurers crave. Having survived Baron Succumbit's infamous Death Trap dungeon, you now have both. Okay, right. This is a follow-up to Death Trap Dungeon then.
So it is. Yeah. I forgot about that.
I didn't know that. I did want to run Death Trap Dungeon tonight, but my copy of it is in a box up under the eaves of the house somewhere, and I can't find it at the moment. It's up there somewhere, but it's buried. I will find it.
Death Trap Dungeon is so aptly named. There's so many insta-kills in that book.
The reason why it's up there is it's the most recent one I've played. So before I got back into playing them all again, that one went up there.
Okay, because I had a look and I couldn't see it on your channel. So
no, but before I started reading them on a Friday night, I played it just a couple of years before. So I thought I'd left the books downstairs that I hadn't played for ages. And because I played Talisman of Death and Death Trap Dungeon in the last 3 or 4 years, left them up there, and they've since been buried.
A lot of death in these titles, isn't there? Armies of Death, Talisman of Death, Death Trap Dungeon,
Forest of Doom. Except that one wasn't very doomy.
That one's actually not too bad, is it?
No, it's very easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
sorry.
It was thought impossible for anybody to battle their way successfully through the deadly dungeon in Fang, which was protected by the Baron's cunning trial masters. Don't give it all away. Yet somehow you survived and claimed the purse of 20,000 gold pieces in the Trial of Champions. Now, wherever you walk in Fang, you are cheered, and in the taverns where you drink, people ask you about your perilous journey through the dungeon. Was there a bone devil in the dungeon? Did you see the beautiful siren? How did you overcome the Lich Queen? What does a cold claw look like? What is the colour of mutant orc blood? Everybody is in awe of you and wants to know all about the evil dungeon. But the constant attention soon becomes tiring and you resolve to set off on another quest as soon as possible. Besides, there is a new threat to Alancia, which is gathering strength in the east. Before you set off, you decide to spend some of your hard-earned prize money. You commission a small castle to be built for you on the south bank of the River Cock.
And Iman, you said that without moving your lips.
We have the River Cock.
Oh, well, sorry.
I don't want to see his sister, that's for sure.
Legitimately spelled K-O-K, cock.
It flows into the penis swamp. For any women watching, I do apologise. You could depart now because I'm in a filthy mood. Right.
Well, it's got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Hey, blame Sir Ian Livingstone who wrote it.
He wasn't Sir at the time. Hello, Richard. Hello.
He is now.
Yes, it's the River K-O-K. Okay. While you were away with the remaining 6,000 gold pieces, you decide to hire soldiers to make an army. Recently, there have been sightings of a large number of orcs and goblins in the Forest of Fiends. There is a rumor that their leader is Aglax, the Shadow Demon. A Shadow Demon, as everybody knows, is a servant of the Demon Princes and a commander of the Legions of the Damned. Since their banishment to the Void after the first Battle of Titan, however, the Demon Princes were thought to have been defeated forever, and yet one of their servants is now reported to have been seen. This tale comes from an old scavenger calling himself Drek, who discovered a ruined temple near Zengis. Scratching around in the dirt in search of anything he might be able to sell, Drek found a clay pot, a black clay pot, corked and sealed with black wax. His curiosity proved too much for him, and he broke the pot on a stone, hoping that it might contain gold or jewels. But his excitement soon turned to terror at the sight of what happened next. As soon as the black pot broke apart, Drek was deafened by the most hideous and evil cry that he had ever heard in his life. Slowly a mist started to form, growing ever larger and darker until it coalesced into the shape of a black robe wrapped around a body that was invisible, save only for two pulsating blood-red eyes. And on my book here, someone's drawn a face at the bottom of this page. Drek screamed in total fear, but the shadow demon he had released simply turned and disappeared. The chaos spawn was to grow again on Titan. The book, I don't think the book intentionally contains adult language. It's just, but I might twist it so it's a bit more adult at times. If I see the river cock, I might change it. Rick Astley. What about Rick Astley? What about Rick Astley?
Was
Shadow
he
Demon
a singer?
Yes.
Yeah.
He had one good song. Well, I wouldn't call it good, but he had one hit song.
He's a better singer now that he could do what he wants.
Yes. He had a massive hit with a very, very catchy throwaway danceable song that is one of the most hideous songs ever to reach number one.
And we would have been, well, I think I was 14,
about 16.
So you would have been maybe 12 or 13.
No, it was a little bit later than that. It was during the PWL Stock Aitken and Waterman era, which was about 87, 88-ish.
Right. Yeah,
so I was about 15.
The song was so hideous, I can't even remember how it went, but yeah. I don't want to love you, or I don't want to make you cry, or
he did. He had another. He had a couple of other big hits in this country. Together Forever was another one, another disco-y, dancey one, and he also did a cover of When I Fall in Love, which actually suits his voice.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, I'm not saying he had a bad voice. I just didn't like his style.
Yeah, the guy can clearly sing. And I think his cover of When I Fall in Love was respectful. I didn't like it at the time, but I have seen footage of him performing it when he was older, and the guy can sing.
Yeah. Oh, no, he has a really good voice.
Of music, though.
Yes, he does. Yes. He's grown up. He was a 20-odd-year-old kid at that time.
But then again, back then, you weren't exactly able to sing the way you wanted to back then. Look at Tom Jones.
Yeah. Palmetto knows Together Forever. He's quoting the lyrics.
The only good thing that came out of Pete Waterman was the Kylie that's still going.
But the songs that Pete Waterman did for Kylie were terrible. I think.
But look at what I'm saying is she's the only one out of that era that's still standing.
Yeah, I think the only good song that they produced, it was their first #1 as a production trio. Do you know what it was? I will shock you when I say, but do you know what it was? I wonder if anyone in chat knows.
No.
Anyone in chat?
No, I do not.
And this is actually an 80s classic, a really, really good 80s song. You Spin Me Round Like a Record by Dead or Alive.
Oh, my Lord. Yep. I used to
right round.
When I DJ'd, we used to play that a lot.
Yeah. And would it fill dance floors?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Now, guess what I'm going to do after we're done playing tonight?
Put that on.
Yep.
Yep. But that was produced by the guy who produced by the team who produced Never Gonna Give You Up. Kylie's version of The Locomotion. Okay. I Should Be So Lucky. All the late Bananarama singles when they went to shit. And so on. The nonsense Jason Donovan was putting out. Yeah, all of those. That was their first #1. Right. Anyway. Oh, yeah. The sound of the Shadow Demon was like Rick Astley. That deep male voice, very annoying. Okay. On the strength of Drek's story, you post recruitment notices all over Fang. The honor of fighting alongside someone of your renown, with the added bonus of payment in gold, draws a long line of hopeful warriors outside the tavern where you intend to hire your soldiers. Many are alone, others come in groups, but all are eager to sign up. Some tell of old adventures, others of monsters slain, but you recognize the qualities you seek, and before nightfall, your troops are chosen. Not knowing what dangers you face, you decide not to hire all the warriors who have come, so as to have some gold left for your journey. You count the commission sheets and find that you have hired 100 warriors, 50 dwarfs, 50 elven archers, and 20 knights. In the morning, when you buy food, provisions, and baggage mules, when everything is paid for, you are left with 700 gold pieces, which you put in a wooden chest and strap to one of the mules. You make your way to the town square where your small army is assembled. Each unit leader is handed a yellow banner with a symbol of a burning sword emblazoned across it. To the cheers of the citizens of Fang, you lead your army out through the east gate towards an unknown and deadly foe. Now turn to entry #1. Is that a portent of doom?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That is my 110-pound puppy barking at my wife in the backyard.
Arr!
Yep.
That is the hound. That is the hound of the Baskervilles looking outside.
Yeah,
looking outside Iman's shed.
He is Dalmatian and I'm thinking of my other dog that I had to put down. He's Dalmatian and Rottweiler. So he is black and white and big as hell and stronger than. Thank God he doesn't know his own strength.
He's probably quite slobbery as well, having Rottweiler in
Oh, you ought to hear him when he wakes up and he shakes his head. His big mouth starts flapping around. Yeah.
Yes. I lived in a house. I lived in a house where they had a boxer puppy for a while, and boxers are one of the slobberiest dogs out.
The awesome thing is, though, I never have to worry about my family when I'm not home.
Of course not. Of course not.
He is so protective. So yeah, I don't have to worry.
No, have you got the hound of the Kearneyvilles in your house?
Yeah. Well, he ripped the one banister off of my front porch steps 3 days ago. Literally ripped it off because we have them tied up to that when we put them out, and he ripped the whole frickin'. It's like 5 or 6 steps. The whole banister was gone.
My friends who had the boxer, we were in it was a shared house with 5 people in it, and they probably shouldn't have got a dog to live there because it was a shared house and there wasn't much garden space. It was not fair on the dog. So my friend and his fiance started renting a little cottage which had a bit more land to it, but they were both working all day. And this poor little boxer pup had grown up being around people most of the time. And now it was being left alone for 9-10 hours while they both went out to work. Yes, it would have got a lot of exercise and fuss in the evenings, but it wasn't used to it. Not an ideal dog for a young working couple who, sadly, but they gave her the run of their back garden. And it was quite a big back garden. The problem was, boxers are pure athletes.
Yes.
And they'd got a 6-foot high wooden fence all around the garden.
Dog was gone.
Dog was gone. Dog was gone again. Over the top. The boxers, what about? If a boxer stand, and she was only a little, she wasn't fully grown. So
the legs are strong.
Yeah, she was about 3/4 fully grown, and they don't know whether she was jumping it or climbing it, but she was getting over that fence and escaping.
Yeah,
getting over it and escaping it.
Yeah.
6-foot high wooden fence.
Yeah.
And they reckon that she probably would go through it if
oh no, they'll eat it. I mean,
yeah.
You know, Wes is my dog's name. Because I heat with wood in a wood stove, he will literally pick up logs that are 4 feet long, 6 inches thick, and run around the yard with them. He's a strong pup.
Yeah. Well, they're from the same sort of family as boxers, aren't they?
Correct.
Part of they're muscular, powerful dogs.
Oh yeah, he's really tall and thin, but his head is the size of a bowling ball because of the Rottweiler.
And he's probably got massive paws.
Oh yeah.
Right. I do get the tighty whities joke. I do understand. I was trying to ignore that joke. It hasn't gone. We don't call them that over here. We call them pants, because on your legs you wear trousers. You have shorts, trousers, and underneath you have underpants or pants for short. Isn't that right?
If you're posh boxers.
If you're posh boxers. I'm a boxers person. I'll admit that. Boxers for comfort. Always. Yes. Anyhow. 39 minutes in and I'm reading number 1. Oh, Jesus. This has gone off the rails already. And we've already.
That's not my fault for once.
I think the army we just bought are getting dressed.
So if you're in America and you say to a Brit about wearing pants and you assume it's trousers, we'll look at you strangely. We'll wonder why you're not. We'll wonder why you're going commando. We don't want to see what's dangling when you don't wear pants. Right. You have marched no more than 200 yards when a fat, bearded man, huffing and puffing, runs up alongside you. I haven't self-inserted myself, I promise. He is dressed as a sea captain, although his uniform is dirty and crumpled, and his grubby hat is dented. "Begging your pardon," gasped the captain, "but would you be listening to me offer? I have just docked me ship in Fang and found everybody full of excitement." I actually thought that was everybody full of excrement, but no, it's excitement. "It seems that you were the cause of it. They tell me that you're traveling east to fight some demon or something. Well, I don't know about any demons, but I'm willing to take you and your men on my ship as far as Zengis, for a small consideration, of course. Just think of all those miles you won't have to walk. Sail up the River Cock in Captain Barnock's good ship Flying Toucan, and only 50 gold pieces am I asking for this luxury passage. Now that's a bargain, is it not?" says the old sea dog. "If you wish to sail on the Flying Toucan, let me know, or shall we continue marching?"
Well, it is the quickest route.
I say sail.
And we get to see the view as we do nothing.
Exactly.
Now, where's my beer?
Let's get on board.
Manfred, I do not want to know about your fanny packs.
And they say they started the English language.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
The fanny is not the rear bottom, as you Americans say. It is the front bottom.
It is.
And it's also a storage for your phone and everything else. And
Kieran. Fanny pack is actually called a bum bag.
A bum bag. It's a bum bag.
Yes, it's a bum bag.
A bum bag.
Yeah, but America has plenty of them, so that's why they call them fanny packs.
Yes.
Bunch of fannies for calling it a fanny pack.
Bunch of fannies, yes. If we say bunch of fannies, it means bunch of wussies, bunch of softies.
Either that or
that's
a
bunch of fannies means. As you might say, bunch of PUSSIES, because it has the same meaning.
Yes. What's chat saying? Are we sailing?
I don't know. Sail. Yeah. Flying Toucan, how cool. Yeah, it is.
We are sailing.
Yeah, everyone's saying sail, right? Yeah.
I'll never forget the look on our girls' faces when the man at Stoney's post house told them he would knock them up in the morning. Well, a knocker upper used to be somebody who would go around at dawn. Their job was to go around at dawn and be the alarm clock for factory workers.
Knock on people's windows, right?
Knock on people's windows. That was a knocker upper.
I got rather excited at the quiz when that came up. It was a chase question as well.
Yeah, well, I did ask that in the chase. Yes, in my quiz. Yes.
Oh, is that what your quiz is called?
I do also. I do a chase round.
There's a chase on a pointless alternative weeks for one round.
Well, yeah, I do pointless as well the other weeks.
I am having withdrawal symptoms of quiz. I really am.
Have you tried Tenable?
I know it's out of your control. I know.
I did about a year of Tenable, then ran out of topics.
Just don't watch House of Games for new ideas.
Oh, I have to, won't I? Yeah. Anyway, we are sailing.
Cue Rod Stewart music.
I was hoping somebody would start singing.
We are sailing.
I was hoping it wouldn't be you who started singing.
Home again.
Who does that? There's
Rod Stewart.
Yeah.
I think it was a cover version though. I don't know who did it before him. He didn't write it.
No, but he got the most famous for it.
Yeah. This book is never going to be finished. No. Following Captain Barnock,
come on!
You lead your men down to the docks where the Flying Toucan is moored. It's an old ship, and like the captain, is in very poor condition. But this hardly comes as a surprise to you, as nothing of much worth ever comes out of Port Blacksand. You tell your men to go aboard and pay Captain Barnock his 650 gold pieces. No, his 50 gold pieces. I was lying there. We've got 650 left. The captain shouts the order to set sail, and you watch the motley crew, music again, from the bridge as they haul on the ropes, climb the rigging, frigging in the rigging, as the Sex Pistols said, and unfurl the sails. Within 20 minutes, Fang has faded away from view as your river journey gets underway. Everybody's in high spirits, and even the dwarfs and elves forget their differences and chat together, united in their desire to rid Alancia of the Shadow Demon. At the bow, you see a group of warriors leaning over the side of the ship, staring at the river. Suddenly, one of them points upriver and shouts, "Look! A barrel! Floating towards us!" You look over the side and see the large sealed barrel bobbing in the water. Do you want to order one of your men to dive into the water and to haul in the barrel, or do you sail on without stopping? Was on the good ship Venus. Yes. Friggin' in the rigging. Friggin' in the rigging. Oh, yeah, Manfred. Drinkies. Okay. I might have a drink or two tomorrow, but not tonight. Not tonight.
Let's haul in barrel.
Yeah, pull it in.
Go for it.
Ooh. Gavin Sutherland was the songwriter.
Sailing. Oh, Chris. Wasn't Chris Isaac? Chris.
There wasn't Chris Isaac.
Well, there was that, but somebody did a song "Sailing Away."
Yeah.
I can't remember who it is.
Sail Away.
Chris somebody.
I don't know Sailing Away. I know Enya's Orinoco Flow had the chorus.
Well, that's an awesome song. I love that song.
Sail away.
Sailing on the Seven Seas was a hit for orchestral maneuvers in the dark.
Sailing away, Sarah, something like that. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Halakar says Christopher Cross.
Yeah, exactly. That's who it was. Yep.
We only know Christopher Cross in this country for one song, I believe. Wasn't that Arthur's theme?
There's that one too. Yeah. But Orinoco Flow is an amazing song. I love that.
Yeah. Anywho.
We're going to have to just start a music night.
Yeah.
Or Chris answered this, right?
Right.
What we're doing? Are we all in barrel?
Westall.
Come Sail Away was by Styx, apparently, by Manfred Connor says. So there you go.
They did a same title but different song.
Right, I want some votes then. All right.
Get in barrel.
Haul in barrel or sail on. We've got Sail from Jeb. Haul it in from Straw Piglet. We've got Lee wants to sail on.
The 3 barrels here.
Richard says haul. 3 barrel. Oh, harpoon about 3 barrels there. Okay.
I'm all for the barrel.
Oh, Lee said sail, did he? I think I've got. Yeah, he's already said sail. I've already got that. Okay, I believe we're at 6-3 votes wise. So take the barrel
in favor of the barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6-3, 6-4, 7-3, or 7-4, or something like that. So,
well, we all said barrel, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember Sail On by the Commodores, but I do remember Float On by the Floaters, which I think is a very funny name for a band, because over here, a floater is that poo that won't flush.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, now we're getting sophomoric comedy.
I know a song called Float On by Modest Mouse.
I wonder if they did I wonder if it's a cover of something. Or
I don't know. I've not heard the version that
did
you
it go on about did it sort of repeat a lot of star signs in it?
No.
Oh, different song then. Okay, we're gonna haul in the barrel.
Roll out.
It looks like floater is universal English for an annoying turd. You're there waiting for the system to fill up again and poking at it, going, "Get down, you bugger! Flush, no!" Yeah. And it bobs back
We've
up
all
again.
been there.
A bare-chested warrior dives into the river and swims to the barrel. A rope is thrown to him, and he ties this around the barrel before being hauled up by the deckhands. With a buzz of excitement, the lid is prized off the barrel, but the contents are disappointing. This barrel is half filled with apples. Do you want to hand them round to your men or just toss them overboard? Hand them out or toss them overboard?
I say toss them.
Yeah, toss them.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
I'm reading along with you, by the way.
Do we like our crew
yes.
or not?
Straw Piglet reckons we hand them out.
What did we did all three of us say toss them?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's currently 6-2 towards tossing.
It's an innuendo heavy night.
It is a very innuendo heavy, really, really innuendo. Because do you know?
Are we tossing back into the river cock?
Yes, indeed we are. The bunch of pussies.
We're tossing them off the boat. I like that name for a toilet, the Turd Spinner.
That's a new one.
Yes.
Bye-bye monetization.
I don't monetize my streams anymore. I don't. If
do you know?
If you watch them back and you get any adverts on them, then YouTube is being quite selfish.
I have YouTube Premium, so I don't get adverts anyway.
Because I don't attempt to monetize them anymore. Don't even attempt to.
By the way, if anyone's wondering, I don't pay full price for it. I pay £2 a month.
Oh. That's worth it.
I can tell you how, but off stream, okay? It's legal. It's just I don't know if I should just be giving the information out.
Then everybody will be doing it. Yeah.
Richard, it's because what was happening was I was getting the yellow tick of or the yellow cross of we're not sure advertisers want this. It wasn't strictly demonetized. It wasn't strictly monetized. It was reduced visibility, reduced monetization. And that was happening to loads of videos. And I seemed to be being hit with them all the time, and I had to click on I promise you nothing bad was said on this video. And the first time I did that, they said, oh, yes, there was something bad said on this video. And they downgraded me for about 2 months in terms of trustworthiness. And you know what was said bad on that video? That was when Saxius said, play the trump card.
Wow. I knew it'd be something stupid.
Yep. And I was like, it
was because the company is anti-Trump. And since he said Trump, that's why they hit you.
Very probably.
That makes more sense than what I was thinking. I was thinking in England, Trump is a nicer way of saying fart.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way YouTube probably works is probably like when you put on messages, you don't want any comments that has profanity in it.
Yeah.
YouTube probably has that as words that come up, and then it's like, these are warnings, send out the bot and kill him.
Well, I applied for it to be rechecked, and allegedly a human watched it and flagged up that moment and said, that's the problem. And I went back saying, why is it a problem when it's a turn of phrase that's used in card games, as it was in the sense of this?
You play spades, euchre, any of the games we play over here.
Yeah.
It's a trump card.
It is.
Not to mention a game called Top Trumps.
Top Trumps is a card game. Yes, exactly. And yes, Trump is a slang word for fart in this country. It's what kids say to say they farted to avoid saying a very minor rude word in front of their teachers. Fart is only a very minor rude word. We used to say I've body burped.
Oh, we are going middle class, aren't we?
Botty? Wow, I haven't heard that since I was a kid.
That's what I used to say when I was a kid. We've body burped. Yeah. So that's that. And I just got to the point where I was getting so many of these yellow things and thinking, next time I click that and argue the toss, they're just going to downgrade me again. They're just going to say, you've got a low reliability rating, and I'll disappear again. So I just don't bother anymore. So people can say what the hell they want on my streams, to a point, because I don't want anyone saying they're going to do something really bad to somebody. If you do that, if you do that, then I will ban you. But I don't filter any words from my chat. If any words ever get filtered, it's YouTube filtering them. The only filter I've got is pornographic links. Only people who are admins can post a link of any sort, and I've done that to basically stop the spam bots.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only filter I've got. So there you go.
I don't have a filter. Just ask my wife.
Oh, we know, Daniel. Right, we're tossing the apples overboard. The barrel lands in the water with a splash and soon floats away and out of sight. Okay. As she rounds a bend in the river, the flying toucan suddenly comes under attack. A large fireball flies through the air towards you, hurled from a wooden catapult that is stationed on the south bank. Under the covering fire, 20 river raiders jump into their log canoes and paddle quickly over to the flying toucan. Test your luck. Right. I'm going to give you a choice of dice. Orange dice or one ring dice?
Orange.
For us. One ring.
I like the one ring. That just sounds cooler than orange.
Well, what is the one ring dice? Ooh.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for showing that.
The revised edition with pictures.
Yep, I have the same picture. There it is.
Well, they kept the artist.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I can like show pictures if you want to read or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. So go on, chat. One ring dice or orange dice? One ring is currently winning 5-2. Pardon me. So let's talk about windy backside. My stomach just went.
Did you just body burp?
No, I just top half burped. I need to sell an old geek dice set. I need some artistic ability to make a dice set that's worth selling. I have none. I have no production capabilities. I have no contacts. So my artistic ability is in I'm fairly good at drawing maps, and I think I've become quite proficient at running Call of Cthulhu. That's about it.
You think?
That's about it. I do draw. I draw nice maps. You've seen my maps. Have you seen any? You've not seen any of my maps, have you, Joker? The ones I've drawn. The ones I've actually drawn by hand.
No. Not quite.
Have I got it? Have I got any handy? I haven't. Oh no, I haven't. Damn it. Oh well. Anyway, we're going with the One Ring dice. Let's see if the One Ring dice are nice to us. Oh! No, they're not.
Oh, are we unlucky?
I only rolled as 9. I rolled as 9 luck.
Yeah.
Failed a luck roll right at the very start. It means we lose a luck point. The fireball crashes onto the deck, killing 5 of your men. Others rush to put the fire out before it can gain a hold, and soon it's under control. Okay. We lose 5. Do we lose warriors, dwarfs, elves, or knights?
Does it say we have a choice? It doesn't say we have a choice on the page. Or is that in the mechanics, sorry?
It's in the mechanics.
Okay, that's fine then.
It says you can spread the losses out however you want.
Dwarfs.
Well, we've got 100 warriors and less of everything else, so I think we can spare 5 warriors compared to everything else. What do you think?
Sure, Piglet agrees with you.
Okay.
Yeah,
everyone in chat. Warriors.
Okay.
Like you said, numbers.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Turn to 21. We've lost 5 warriors.
Yeah, here we go.
Warrior.
Oh no, you're not going to like this, John.
Before the river raiders close with your ship, another fireball is flung from the catapult to test your luck.
I told you to go orange.
Are you ready?
No.
Our luck is now 8. 8 or lower, we succeed.
Woo!
Yes.
But our luck drops to 7.
2, 1, 5, 9.
1, 5, 2, 1, 5, 9.
Oh, in other news, David Soul died today.
Yes.
Did he?
He gave up on us, baby. Now, you two are too young to know that.
No, I know the song. Just give us one more try.
Don't Give Up on Us, Baby was one of his hits in the 70s. David Soul from Starsky and Hutch died today.
Oh wow!
I remember him from that little sketch in Little Britain.
Well, you say you might not remember it, but remember he done the advert for a coach holiday, didn't he? And he used to sing it.
He's got a self-effacing sense of humor, hasn't he, David Soul?
He's got a love for himself, more like.
I think he's taking the piss out of himself when he does that sort of thing.
My parents had a red Ford Torino. They just, as much as they talked about it, they never put the white stripe on it.
David Soul was American.
Yes. Tall blonde dude.
He just spent a lot of time over here.
Oh, yeah.
And beating women.
The fireball lands with a splash in the river, well short of the flying toucan. Turn to 192. Now we can fight the river people. Right. The river raiders are obviously unaware of the number of soldiers on board your ship, otherwise they would have not attacked with only 20 men. As they draw closer, no more fireballs are released by the catapult, and you must decide what to do. Do we order our elves to fire at the raiders, or do we let the raiders climb aboard?
Fire!
We don't have options. We can't do tactics. Crap.
No guns, sorry, Daniel. Just arrows for the moment.
Let our extreme archers do what they're good at.
Yeah. Unleash the arrows.
One of them will grow up and get Harold the Eighth. Henry the Eighth.
Henry the Eighth, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, 2 people say let them board.
Well,
we don't want to let them on board.
Well, no, see, if we had the option, I'd put the elves, split them up, put half on each end, fore and aft, let them board, pincushion them, then send the dwarves in to finish them off. But
yes, Alucard.
We don't have that option. Oh my God, that is so funny, Hal.
See, I'm thinking, right, loose some arrows at them, take a few out, and then they'll climb aboard anyway.
Yeah,
I've not read the book, so that's what I think will happen.
Yeah.
Shoot them now. Shoot them now.
Straw Piglet's got it's wishful thinking. I doubt Legolas is amongst our elves. Ours are probably level 1 with a THAC0 of 19 at best. Anyway,
don't underestimate the elves.
380. The elves line up along the side of the ship and fire their arrows at the surprised raiders. Their aim is deadly. 8 raiders are killed with the first volley. The remaining raiders realize it would be suicidal to press home their attack and turn their canoes around to paddle back to shore as quickly as possible. A great cheer goes up from the deck of the ship as you sail upriver, away from the routed raiders.
Oh, hell, the half-breed elves.
Yeah.
It was Legolas, yes. I mean, yeah. 8 of them hit, so they've got a better THAC0 than 19. You sail on without incident for another hour when somebody spots a log floating down. We're back there again, aren't we?
Well, we weren't going to shoot straight past it until you stopped.
You sail on without incident for another hour when somebody drops a log that floats downriver with a man lying across it. Somebody spots a log floating downriver with a man lying across it. Facing down, face down and motionless.
Oh my God.
You can't write
the log has a man lying across it. It is floating downriver. He is face down and motionless, his limbs trailing in the water. Do we rescue the man or do we sail on without stopping? Hello,
leave him to his own.
Save him.
We're being very childish. If we're expecting some common sense and maturity tonight, I'm sorry.
Yes, we've come across a floating log that won't flush, and there's a man attached to it.
What?
It's probably his own floating log.
I'm going to get off topic for a moment. It's
Again,
South
what
Park.
else?
South Park has the singing to Santa. What's the character's name?
What?
What was that?
There's a show in America called South Park. It's a cartoon.
We have it here too. Yeah.
Okay.
Santa
Who is
Pooh.
Mr. Stinky, the Christmas poo?
Yeah.
Mr. Hanky. Mr.
Okay,
Hanky.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's in my head for the rest of the night. All right, we can move on.
So I got my chocolate salty balls.
I cast my vote to save the man. Or
Save him.
drag him or whatever. Yeah.
Save him.
You know, I've mentioned a band in past streams called the Mac Lads.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They did a song called Dan's Big Log. It is about as puerile as you would expect a song to be with the title Dan's Big Log.
Okay, I'm going to start bragging right now.
Let's just have a quick look. All right. This is the first verse. He went for a meal with the posh in-laws to ask for their daughter's hand again. Tea on patio, croquet on the lawn, but Dan's rectal passage starts to strain again. He sits down to eat, clenching his cheeks. He wonders which knife and fork to use. Then it's excuse me please as he leaves his seat and he pegs it up the stairs to find the loo. He parks his breakfast, fills the bowl, uses up half a toilet roll. He flushed and flushed and it wouldn't go. It must have weighed over half a stone, £7 in American. He flushed and it flushed, but it wouldn't shift. He couldn't leave it lying in the bog. So he rolls up his sleeve and he picks up the shit and he thinks he can disguise it as a log. He opens a window, takes his aim and chucks it in the bushes over there. He hopes somebody else will get the blame. He goes back down to finish his hors d'oeuvres. He wanders in, begging their pardon, remembering to fasten up his bags. But everybody's staring out at the garden, at the steaming turd that's landed on the flags. There you go. So there we are. It's potty humour. Yeah, they get a bit darker and dirtier. That's when they're cleaner songs. So.
Oh, that was a song. My word, that was poetry to my ears.
People want to save him. People want to save him. Save him.
Yeah, let's
save him. Yeah, people are saying save him. So who is this floating guy? Okay.
Does he need a wash?
119. 119. A warrior dives into the water and swims over to the log. He's dead, shouts the warrior. And there's an orc's knife sticking out of his stomach. There's also a gold key hanging from his neck on a piece of string. Shall I take it? Do we want the key or do we leave the man and the key alone?
Take the key.
Take it.
Key or no key?
Defo take it.
Come over to the Elfbait Discord for less of this. Go and join the Elfbait Discord anyway, because there is less of that. There's more role play sort of creativity and less of silly childish banter. We could always turn Elfbait's Discord into silly childish banter.
What did you say, Joker and DK?
Take the key.
Yeah, good. I agree.
Daniel hasn't said anything.
I'm sorry. Right. I had to bring in firewood.
It doesn't matter what you say anyway, Daniel. It's currently 8-0 for Key.
All right, then.
Elfbait banned. Right, we're taking the key. I love you all now. Go away. What was your first edition of D&D you read? Okay, we're going off stream here. First edition of D&D I read was Beck Me, the Mensa basic. I got that at the same time as I got Moldvay Cook expert set. So I got the two together. But the first thing I actually read would have been, because I've got the sort of gamer ADHD thing, I would have opened up the module, the Isle of Dread, with the big dinosaur on the front of it and read that before I knew any of the rules. Before I read any of the rules, I read the Isle of Dread. There you go.
Sounds logical.
Yeah. All right. The warrior takes the key. The warrior takes the key from around the dead man's neck before letting him drift on downriver to the sea and a watery grave. The warrior then swims back to the ship and hands you the key. Inscribed on the barrel, you see the number 222. So key 222. Making a mental note of the number, you slip the key inside your pocket and order Captain Barnock to sail on. A few miles further upriver, you come across a bearded man with ragged hair. Has he got a Mohican? Is it Elfbait?
Does he have 222 tattoos?
Keep reading and you'll find out.
Standing on the north bank, he is dressed in animal furs. No, it's Gingerbeard, and is waving his arms at you, gesturing for you to stop. If you wish to sail over to the man to investigate, let me know, or do we sail on? So this isn't Elfbait, this is Gingerbeard, this bearded man with ragged hair, dressed in.
Investigate, see if he's got a tattoo on his forehead of 222.
Definitely Gingerbeard.
So do we sail over to the man to investigate, or do we just sail on?
Sail over. Sail over.
Do we say hello to Gingerbeard?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm tempted to see what he wants.
Hello over there.
So ginger or no ginger? It is a busy river indeed, isn't it, Halakar? Invest. Right, so we'll. Oh.
Whoops. There we go.
Okay. Half. Yeah. Ginger. Yeah. Okay. We are gingering.
I said
hello,
Gingerbeard.
Hello, Gingerbeard. I hope you are.
Speak of the devil.
Well, he isn't in chat or anything.
Oh, right. Sorry, you're just saying hello. Okay.
I'm just saying hello, Gingerbeard. Is he back from Norway yet? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
298. You sail to the north bank to find out what the ragged man wants. As you draw close, 9 other men emerge from the bushes, but do not raise their weapons. The one who waved to you drops his arms and shouts, "Greetings, stranger. I and my fellow Northmen have heard of your noble quest and wish to join your army. For 10 gold pieces a man, we will fight by your side to the death if duty calls. Do we hire the Northmen? It'll cost us 100 gold pieces.
Well, we can take as much as we want.
It's all or nothing. It's all 10 or none. Hire the Northmen. Don't hire the Northmen. It'll cost us. We've got 650 gold. This will cost us 100.
I guess it's not really written, is it? Hire them.
There's no option for payment upon job completion, Halakar. Everyone's saying hire them.
I agree.
Joker and Daniel are quiet.
Hire them.
Daniel, you going to get more firewood?
Sounds like it. Either that or the dog's gone to get more firewood, and then they realise he's actually got next door's child, and they're trying to wrestle out the dog. Right. We're hiring them. If you wish to hire the Northmen, turn to 30.
Yeah, you were right, John.
Mm-hmm. You pay the leader of the Northmen 100 gold pieces and give the order for him and his men to climb on board ship. So we have Northmen, 10. 550 gold pieces left. As you set sail once more, the leader walks over to you. Despite his stare from piercing icy blue eyes, you feel you can trust him. My name is Lars, he says, with a warm smile. Would you allow Lars Ulrich? Yes. Would you allow me to bestow a gift upon you? Do we take the gift or do we refuse the gift?
Take the
gift. On deal or no deal?
Take it.
Take it.
Seems trustworthy enough.
If not, you'll insult them.
We don't know their stats at all, Richard.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think take it. I like his the ice blue eyes description. Helps sink in the image.
A tall, blonde Norseman with piercing blue eyes, furs, and a big axe.
Could be Saxius if his eyes are blue. Are his eyes blue?
He's not blonde, though, is he?
Oh, I guess not.
No, it's Gingerbeard. We need Saxius and Gingerbeard to invest in some blonde hair dye for the next stream.
Gingerbeard will have to change his name. Blonde hair Gingerbeard. Ginger blonde.
Strawberry blonde beard. Okay, we take the gift. 358.
Good. Hang on.
Lars reaches inside his furs and pulls out a long.
Here we go.
Roll.
The builder
pulls out a long, curved tooth attached to a leather thong. This is a tooth of a yeti, Lars says with pride. If you wear it, you'll never be attacked by werewolves or any other lycanthropes. It is my wish that you should have it, and as you are prepared to die to save Alancia, you let Lars place the tooth around your neck, and then tell him as much as you know about the shadow demon as you sail on upriver. Okay.
Can I just say, has anybody saw a yeti wearing a thong?
No.
Have you ever seen my? Have you ever?
Well, no. So it's a tooth attached to a thong, right? So the yeti was clearly biting someone's underwear off.
Well, Daniel reckons it's his mother-in-law.
Of course he does.
I've probably seen a few yetis in thongs at beaches in the 80s when
they're postcards.
One thing I'm quite glad about is that most blokes, when they go to the beach here in Britain now, will wear Bermuda shorts or some form of shorts instead of speedos.
Yeah.
That was a really bad thing when they all wore speedos. Right. A yeti is the yeti is the abominable snowman. So it is basically a Himalayan version of Bigfoot. There are a lot of parts of the world that have that sort of oversized man gorilla myth.
We actually have Are
we on 203?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
We actually have, and it's like a weekend in the wilds. It's a festival type thing where we have all kinds of vendors and food trucks and everything downtown. But we have a Bigfoot hunt in this area where they will actually place like pictures or postings or fake footprints in the woods, and you got to use your GPS and go find them.
Cool.
And it's like countywide. It's not like in town. You have to find.
It'll
like
take you places. Yeah.
You have to find like 10 of them, and it'll take you all day. But it's kind of cool because it gets people out and about. It gets them to go to different places and like restaurants and businesses and so yeah. But I'm actually kind of into that stuff, even though I don't believe in it. It's kind of cool watching the shows that are about.
I think it's all very interesting.
Oh, it is.
They are.
Yeah. Hello, Slan. How are you doing? When you all know I'm into motorsport, and when I was sort of on the rallying scene as a competitor, there was a guy who was going to watch a lot of the events, and in the winter, he used to dress in a gorilla suit and run through the forest dressed as a gorilla, tormenting other spectators.
That's funny.
I know who was in the gorilla suit, because he was one of the people I sort of got to know on the rallying scene. I believe it's the same guy. One of my in-car footage videos when I'm driving, you see a guy in a sumo suit, because that's the one he used to wear during the summer months, on the side of the road, jumping up and down when we drove past. In a great big sumo suit. It's the same guy.
That's funny.
Yes.
I like this guy's energy.
Yeah. It was 30 odd degrees the one day that he was jumping around in a sumo suit. It's like, that's 30 degrees our money, which is about 85 your money. Right. Sometime later, Captain Barnock walks over to you and says, "We'll soon be dropping anchor for the night. Would you and your men like to sleep here on the deck of my ship, or would you prefer to find somewhere more comfortable on land? Do we sleep on deck, or do we go ashore and find some long grass on which to sleep? Deck or grass?"
Deck.
Deck or grass?
No.
I think deck will be safe. Yeah, safer rather.
Deck.
Yes, we'll sleep on the deck of the River Cock.
Right, let's have these votes. Grass, deck.
All three of us said deck.
Okay, right. So the first two votes came in for grass, and everybody else has gone deck.
So we're decking on the cock. Okay.
Yes. 12. Yes.
Deck the cock.
Yes.
Toucan.
Yeah. Not long after midnight, something disturbs your sleep, and you wake to see a bright moonlit sky barely moving. So I'll try that again. I missed the punctuation. And you wake to see a bright moonlit sky. Barely moving your head, you look left and right and see a shadow moving near some barrels tied amidships. On the bridge, there is no sign of a lookout, and you immediately sense danger. Grabbing your sword, you tiptoe towards the barrels. Crouch down. Something that glints in the moonlight is suddenly hurled at you without warning. Instinctively, you duck. Roll 2 dice. It's a skill check. We've got to roll equal to or lower than our skill, which is 8. Do you think we've passed or do you think we've failed?
Ooh, we're being okay.
Double 3. We passed. So, turn to 2, 4, 6. A silver trident flies over your head and thuds into a mast behind you. A nimble figure then runs out from behind the barrels and dives over the side of the ship into the water, making the quietest of splashes. You look over the side but see no head rise to the surface. Whoever or whatever attacked you must be an excellent underwater swimmer. You walk over to the barrels and see watery webbed prints on the deck, perhaps those made by a fish man. Test your luck.
3 luck rolls already.
Yep, and our luck is 7.
Where's He-Man when you want him? What was the She-Ra that had?
Oh, we're lucky.
Our luck now drops to 6. Turn to 43. By now, many of your men are awake. None of them appears to have come to any harm, apart from the lookout who is nursing a sore head, having been attacked from behind by the midnight raider. An extra man is put on watch while everybody else settles down to sleep once again. Not long after dawn, Captain Barnock gives the order to set sail upriver. We have a picture. 188.
Hang on.
Yes.
There we go.
2 hours later, the tranquility of the river trip is suddenly disturbed by a shout from the crow's nest of "River pirates! River pirates!" Captain Barnock reaches for his telescope and fumes and curses as he focuses on the ship coming downriver at full speed. He hands you the telescope, and you see the reason for his concern. The pirate ship is of the type built by Northmen, exceptionally sturdy, and with a huge iron ramming spike protruding from the bow. Double rows of oars extend from each side of the ship, giving added speed. The Flying Toucan is obviously no match for the pirate ship, which steers a ramming course. Captain Barnock starts to fluster. Not knowing what to do, what do you do? What do you do? Do we order him to raise a flag of surrender, turn the Flying Toucan towards the north bank, or order the Flying Toucan to turn about and try and outrun the pirate ship? So we have surrender, north bank, or run away. Surrender, north bank, or run away. Those are your choices.
Go for the second
one. Yeah, I think turn the Flying Toucan towards the north bank.
Okay, 5 votes for North Bank, 6 votes for North Bank so far, without any votes for anything else. 7 votes for North Bank. I think it's fair to say we're going towards the North Bank. It is indeed worse than the Red Sea, and the Red Sea is bad right now. Right. 3, 5, 3, and Slan just adds that extra nail. Captain Barnock has the Flying Toucan moored to the riverbank long before the pirate ship is upon it, and you order your men to jump ashore. Quickly you line up the elven archers along the bank and order them to be ready to fire on the command. When the pirate ship is close enough, you shout across to the captain, telling him not to ram at the Flying Toucan, as there is no treasure on board. If he wants treasure, he'll have to come ashore and fight for it. You see the pirate captain examining your troops through his telescope, and you smile, satisfied that he'll be surprised to encounter such a strong force. Your plan works. The pirate captain shouts out new orders to his men, and you watch the pirate ship sail past the Flying Toucan, downriver and out of sight. add 1 point to your luck.
Woo!
Captain Barnock begins to cheer loudly until a coughing fit overtakes him and he has to sit down to recover. Excuse me, that's a well-timed cough. But in less than half an hour, all your troops and baggage are aboard the Flying Toucan once more, and you set sail upriver for Zengis. He wasn't expecting Legolas. No, you're right. 175. Let's get Halakar's filthy mind off screen. What should we add to put on screen now? Oh, see what next comment comes. Gumpel Slant said when one of his cousins runs marathons, when he did the London one, he was passed by a guy in full Legionnaire gear. Yeah, that's
pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It is late in the afternoon when the towers and rooftops of Zengis come into view. I wonder if the leader of Zengis is called Zengis Khan. And they play a block a tower game called Genghis.
I tell you what, if he's not called Zengis Khan, they've missed a trick there, haven't they?
Have, yes. Captain Barnock appears to relax a little, knowing that he will soon be moored up in the safety of the town jetty. Before going ashore, you appoint a warrior named Lexon as your second in command, and tell him to lead your men to a field outside the town walls and to pitch camp there. You don't want them getting into trouble, and you want them well fed and rested for the next day's march. You tell Lexon that you'll spend the night in Zengis in order to recruit more troops and perhaps find out some more rumours about Aglax, the shadow demon. As your troops march down the gangplank of the Flying Toucan, you bid farewell to Captain Barnock. You walk through the main gates of the town and decide to head for the nearest tavern, a place where you might expect to find both warriors and rumours. As you walk down the narrow street between the old wooden houses, you suddenly catch sight of a gold ring lying in the gutter. Do we pick up the gold ring, or do we carry on looking for a tavern?
Pick up the ring.
Yeah,
Ring or focus on tavern?
Ring. Some wench has probably lost it and gone to the pub.
That's very possible. My precious. Indeed. We have found the precious. You've found the precious. Keith reckons it's a trap, but he's the only one who thinks it so far.
Hi, Keith. Didn't know you were there.
Yes, Keith's been there for a little while.
I must have missed him when you said hello to him.
I did say hello to him when he appeared. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we're on 8 rings and 1.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the ring. 292. 292. A barmaid called Brandy.
Oh, picture.
Where? What? Where?
We're on 8 for ring, so I assumed you were going for the ring.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There is a picture on this next page, yes.
Lovely gentleman. Hang on. There it is.
What a handsome devil.
Say that to my face.
Yeah.
So it's up to you if you want to put a ring on it.
You
Can I
examine
do
the
his
ring.
voice, John?
Yeah, you can, yeah. Right, you can do the voice. You examine the ring and see that it's inscribed with the number 45. Suddenly, you feel a tap on your shoulder. Whirling around, you're confronted by a huge, bald man looking angrily at you. An ugly scar runs across his face from above his left ear to the bottom of his right cheek. His bulging muscles stretch his black leather tunic, and you are quick to notice that he's brandishing a battle axe. A throwing axe is strapped to his leg. He points an accusing finger in your direction and growls,
"That's my ring, stranger. Give it to me or die."
You notice that his fat fingers are far too big for the ring and decide that obviously he's lying.
Run away.
Do we give him the ring? Do we run away, or do we fight him? Ring, run, or fight?
Fighting.
Ring, run, or fight?
We keep the ring, and we do whatever the other two is maximum.
Obviously, he wears it on his... Yes, what was the river called again? Yeah. Exactly. Fight. Everyone's saying fight.
On the river KKK.
No. Not far off. But there was only 2 K's in its name with an O in the middle.
Definitely demonetized after that.
As I said, I don't
it's the wrong men in white coats. It's the wrong ones.
I don't think the coats, mate.
Okay, they're special ones with hoods.
No, they're blankets with holes cut out for the eyes.
What, like the kids wear at Halloween?
Yeah.
Anybody else want to vote? I think we've got 6 votes for fight, haven't we, at the moment? Did you vote? I know you wanted to fight Joker. Did you vote him on?
Yeah,
I said fight.
Okay, all right. So that's 6 votes for fight and no votes for anything else. Does anybody else? And here we come with a straw piglet to put fight into the majority. And Richard, just confirms it. We're fighting the Axeman. The Axeman stands back, cutting a figure of 8 through the air with a battle axe, which he wields in both hands. Sadly, we're not Indiana Jones and we can't pull out a gun and shoot him as he's doing this. We have to fight him. And he's got the same skill as us, but we've got much more stamina than him. Let's hope that the one ring dice are in our favour. Here we go. First round is a tie. Ooh, second round, we win 11-4. $7-5. So we've gone tie, win, win. The one ring dice really do like us actually now. They're rolling very high, which is no good for skill and luck checks, but it's good for fights. 12-8. Nice double 6 there. One more hit. I've cursed us. 2-8. We've gone 12 followed by 2. Snake eyes. I believe you call that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
6-5. We win the last one. Good fight. Good fight. So the one ring dice appear to be rolling quite extreme numbers. It can be good, it can be bad. While taking his axe, you spot... Oh, we've got his axe then. Okay. Axe. And ring with 45 inscribed on it. While taking his axe, you spot a leather pouch on the axeman's belt Before you have time to open it, however, you see 2 guards running up the street towards you. Do you want to open the pouch, which he's still got on his belt? We haven't got time to take it. Do we open the pouch and risk being caught, or do we run off with only the gold ring? Pouch or leave? Straw Piglet says pouch. Keith and Halagar say pouch.
Pouch.
Joker says pouch. Slant says pouch.
I'll go pouch.
Daniel says pouch. Lee
I don't
says
think it
pouch.
matters at this point, but I would have said pouch anyway.
Okay, yeah, there we go. We're 281.
Uh-oh.
You cut the pouch from the axeman's belt and tuck it inside your clothing as the town guards approach you, their spears pointing at your chest. They challenge you. You tell them of your quest and describe how the axeman tried to rob you. They look at each other, not sure whether to believe you. Test your luck. Our luck is 7. The odds are slightly in our favour because we're going to roll equal to or lower than. It's not a 50-50 check. It's slightly in our favour.
Fucking hell.
The guys like us. Thank you, Manfred.
We failed the first one and passed the next 3 when our luck keeps getting lower. What the heck?
The dice are rolling extremes. While they stay low, that's fine. If you're lucky, turn to 163. Apart from in fights.
Yeah, we only took 1 hit. That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
Considering we had the exact same skill.
Yep.
By the way, embarrassed to be that guy. Look at the size of him. Skill 8.
Skill 8, stamina 8, yeah. Hello, Cody. Cody, have a think about when you want to have a game of Car Wars. We'll try and get it set up. I was thinking of doing this the other day, but I didn't have time because I spent a fair while preparing my Call of Cthulhu game. But I was thinking of streaming a bit of car creation for Car Wars using that Open Tools app. But we'll get a duel going, or maybe 3 or 4 way if more people want to have a go. I know Brian wanted to go. One of the guards nods his head and says, "Yes, I saw the army myself, setting up camp outside Zengis. The adventurer must be telling the truth. We'll let you go this time, but don't get into any more trouble." You breathe a sigh of relief and assure the guards that your only wish is to recruit more warriors. Just thinking, this is a town and we've parked our army just outside. Isn't that threatening to the people in the town?
Well, we've come through I think they'll probably think it's normal.
Yeah.
We've had 2 fireballs.
Well, I think if we were marching through town with the army, that would be much more like confrontation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You set off quickly down the street. Next weekend, I'm working. Actually, I'm not working Sunday. No. I'm working Sunday 10 till 4. That'll be too early for you anyway. Don't ever think. You set off quickly down the street before attracting the attention of anybody else. You feel a lump inside your clothing and suddenly remember get me teeth in. Suddenly remember the leather pouch. You take it out and untie the cord that is keeping it closed. Turning it upside down, you shake the contents out onto your hand and are alarmed to discover a scorpion on your palm. He had a scorpion in his pouch. Test our luck. Again. And what a shock. That's disastrous.
'Twas about time.
Yes. 240. The scorpion's tail swings up over its head and it stabs you with its venomous sting. The poison is quick acting, and you begin to feel extremely ill and feverish. Deduct 4 points from your stamina and 1 point from your skill. You stagger over to an alley and find a hiding place behind some barrels where you can lie down. Sometime later, you wake up and find yourself now able to walk, so you set off in search of a tavern. Turn to 52. You know, scorpions are only very rarely lethal.
Mm-hmm.
I think emperor scorpions are lethal. Most of the other ones are just...
even then, they're in terms of lethality compared to other venomous...
compared to other venomous ones, no, but I mean, for how small the creature is.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is, but there's some sort of snake that if you don't get to hospital within 30 minutes of it biting you, you're dead.
One is a black mamba, and the other, that's... I read so much about hunting and stuff, but the black mambas will actually chase you down to bite you.
The thing is, the black mamba's poison isn't the deadliest. It's the sheer volume of poison that it injects, and the likelihood of it biting.
What's the one in South America?
It's not a South American. This is it's Australian. Halakar knows it's Grumpy slang. It's the fierce snake, otherwise known as the inland taipan.
All right.
I believe it's more than 3 times as venomous than any other snake on the planet.
Wow.
But it's
because there's one in South America, it's only like 6 foot long, but it's as thick as your forearm.
The gaboon viper.
Yes, that. Yeah, that's a nasty bugger too.
Again though, with the gaboon viper, they're not particularly venomous. They've just got a lot of it.
Yeah. They just load you up.
If we're talking about like lethality per like amount of venom, isn't like the false widow like right up there? The spider.
Widow spider.
There's a lot of
the worst spider is, in my opinion, the brown recluse. They don't kill you, but what happens is their venom rots your flesh.
Yeah, that's the one. I thought I remembered it from somewhere.
You won't die from the bite. You will die from the fact of the
necrosis.
Yeah, exactly.
The after effects.
As far as I know, the most dangerous spider in the world is the Brazilian wandering spider.
Yes, I believe so. Anyway,
the most dangerous animal in the world is the cougar.
The most dangerous animal in the world in terms of human deaths is the mosquito.
No, it's the cougar.
You're talking women, aren't you? Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's the most dangerous animal in the world. The 62-year-old hot blonde is the most dangerous animal in the world.
Followed by the MILFs not far behind it.
Yeah, I believe 9 out of the 10 most dangerous snakes in the world are, in terms of venom potency, are all from Australia, and that other one that isn't Australian is the black mamba.
Yeah, Oh, that thing, they will they get like 20 feet long, and they will literally chase you down to bite you. They're that mean.
Mm.
Although the funny thing is, the animal that kills the most people in the world yearly is the
Cows.
hippos.
Oh,
Hippos.
Yeah.
I thought it was cows, because they fall on people.
No.
Hippos are the world's
No.
hippos are the world's
Well,
most
no.
dangerous mammal.
Oh,
I think
they
what
are
I'm thinking of is cows kill more people every year than sharks, which is what I'm thinking of.
Well, you know how you don't get bit by a shark? You don't go into
swim.
water.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
You only get squashed by a cow if it gets catapulted out of a castle.
On the topic of scorpions, John, you and I are both Scorpios, right?
We are, yes.
Yeah, how that?
Yes. So be careful, chaps. Right, 152.
Don't piss me off.
2 minutes later, you see a crooked wooden sign hanging over the door of an old wooden building. A crude drawing of a dragon is painted on it. Above, the words, the Black Dragon. There is much shouting and laughter coming from inside the tavern, and you decide to enter at once. You climb a few well-worn stone steps and push open the heavy oak door. Even though it is daytime, the tavern is dark inside, and the candles are burning as the small, grubby windows let in virtually no daylight. From the doorway, you see that the tavern is bustling with life, although none of it looks too savoury. Groups of cloaked vagabonds are huddled together in dark corners, while boisterous rogues, much the worse for the ale they've already drunk, sit in the middle of the tavern, insulting all who pass them by, including the harassed barmaids who have to squeeze between the tables, carrying their loaded trays. You look from table to table and try to decide where to sit. Do we sit at the bar, sit with a drunken rogue, or sit with 3 vagabonds? So those are our choices. At the bar, drunken rogue, or 3 vagabonds. Bar, rogue, vagabonds.
Bar.
And
I think bar.
Is some artwork for this? So,
bar or the rogue?
I think bar.
You know, slipping the ring into a drink isn't going to work the same way as a Mickey, you know.
Hello, no, sorry. He goes for the drunken rogue. So I've got 2 bars from you lot. Joker hasn't chosen yet. Exactly.
I said bar or rogue. I'm not. I'm happy with them too.
Okay. Well, you've got to decide one or the other.
Okay, rogue.
Right, we've got 3 bar, 3 rogue, 2 vagabonds at the moment. Another one for the rogue. 4 rogues. I like your logic there, No Saurian. I like your logic. By the way, only 5 more minutes to go on this stream. The wife's gone to bed a little earlier than most Fridays. So. Any more votes? We're at 4 rogue, 3 bar, 2 vagabonds. No Saurian doesn't know our luck score, does he? No.
And Vagabond's another Rod Stewart song.
Our luck is. Yes, I rather like eating cow as well. Though not as much as I like eating cute little bar lambs.
Especially when there's 3 at a time.
Nom, 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 lamb. My favourite meat. Don't eat it very often, but it's my favourite. It's expensive. Daniel. Have you had some luck on the football tonight, Daniel? Is that what it is? It is. Daniel's not replying. He's gone quiet. Thank you, Daniel, anyway. You did okay Sunday. Right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Lamb curry's lovely.
My mum made chicken kebabs today.
Ooh.
If you had them, you'd like them, John. They're definitely up your alley. You said you can handle the spice.
I do like a bit of spice. Since I've been having my belly issues these last 3 or 4 months, I haven't had much spice. And I have noticed that even 3 or 4 months without much spice, my tolerance has dropped very quickly.
Mm.
Spice tolerance is one of those things that drops, I think, quicker than most. Because I was at uni for 2 weeks, went back home, and mum's food was too spicy.
Yeah, I had
That went down well.
I had some of the chili Jamato ketchup on my chips, and it was very, very hot. And I don't ever remember. It's only a 7 out of 10, and that wasn't particularly hot for me before. And this was hot this time. Anyway,
what have we decided on?
The Rogue, I think.
Rogue, yes.
Okay.
I need to read. Yeah, I love food from your family's part of the world, Iman. I will say that now.
Hey, so does the rest of Britain, apparently.
Oh yes.
And I don't mean Burnley.
No, you don't like Burnley food.
Even if Birmingham is the place for curries.
Iman, sure, Piglet wants to know if your mom makes naan, but I would assume I'd assume it'd be your nan who makes naan.
My nan's sadly no longer with us. It's all right. Yes, my mum does make naan, but it's not a regular thing. It's more of like an occasional thing. On a day-to-day basis, she makes what's called a chapati or roti.
Yes, we know what chapatis and rotis are.
Very nice.
As the fellow Englishman, yeah, you probably will.
I've eaten a lot of chapatis in my time. I haven't eaten that many rotis. I find rotis.
Well, the good thing about them is that they're gluten-free, so
that doesn't bother me.
Well, but for whoever is gluten-free,
yeah,
because often it's hard to find bread that they can eat.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten many rotis. Whenever I had rotis, they feel a bit stodgy and heavy for my liking.
No,
that's because they've not been cooked properly. So if you get a proper roti, right? I'll send you a link to my brother's Instagram. He's got a video of it. But a proper roti like puffs up like a football, so it steams from the inside, so it's not stodgy then. Yeah. They say the old wives' tale is, if a roti puffs up, it's because someone's really hungry.
Right. Listened to a Jordanian chef on a cooking show last night, and she was mentioning food that every culture has. Flatbread is one.
Yeah.
As far as I know.
Yeah. So the Spanish people have tortillas. We've got roti. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
To the road.
Apparently Jordanian wine is good. I never knew about that.
I didn't know they had wine in Jordan. Isn't it a Muslim country?
It's. I thought it's got a Muslim and Christian population. I'd have thought.
Isn't what's his is it Madhu? Isn't he from Jordan?
He is, yes. He hasn't been on the stream tonight.
I thought I remembered someone was from Jordan.
He's not been on the stream tonight, so
Shame.
I have to ask him. Right. This is the last choice we're going to make tonight, and I'm going to write down what we say. You sit down at the table and greet the man sitting there. He's dressed in dark brown leather armor over black robes. The man's face remains silent, the vacant expression on his face unchanged. His staring eyes remain fixed on the door as he raises his mug to his lips and gulps down his ale. Will you ask him his name, move to the table with the vagabonds, or challenge him to a bet?
Ask his name first.
Name, move, or bet?
Can't have a bet with somebody that you don't know their name.
Of course you can. Bet.
Halakar says it's not well known. Apparently, Jordanian wine's not well known because they don't have the sea routes for easy trade. That's true.
True. Good shout. I say bet, by the way.
Most other people are saying name.
And then we can shout his name when we beat him.
We've got 5 name, 3 bet at the moment.
With a creaking door.
I'll drink them.
There isn't the option to outdrink him.
Oh.
Name.
Daniel's like, those are my only 2 options, drinking and shooting.
Name.
Right. Right. I think Daniel's vote has pretty much secured asking his name. So we will begin next time at location 3. Location
Bookmark.
3. Okay. I haven't put a bookmark in, but I've written the number 3 at the top.
Oh, it's just a torn off bit of paper.
Introduce myself. I am Halakar the Bard, and my lance hangs down half a yard. Perhaps with the aid of that gingerhead maid, it will get even longer when hard.
Oh my God.
Thank you, Halakar.
That's actually really well written, though, to be fair. That's
It
my
is.
Halakar.
Yeah,
I can't even be mad.
I'm just wondering if Ginger Bear knows about it.
And we've got location 3, the new horror film by Cheap Ass Pictures.
Balls cried the queen. If I had to, I'd be king. The king laughed. He had to.
What's that again?
Balls cried the queen. If I had to, I'd be king. The king laughed. He had to.
He had to. Yeah. Right. Sure, Piglet, I've given up monetizing these streams, so as long as it doesn't demonetize my entire channel, which it won't do. It won't do. Your channel gets demonetized if you consistently spread things you shouldn't spread on topics you shouldn't talk about, if you know what I mean, or post things that people shouldn't see, such as excess flesh and hot button issues and extreme violence and things like that. Those sort of things can get you kicked off, but I don't do any of that. So right, anyway, to wrap up our childish production tonight, it's been wonderfully childish. Yes. Thank you, fellas, for joining me. Iman, who now has a channel called Intellectual Quandary.
Thanks for having me.
Joker, who's missing his Sunday night quiz. And Daniel, who's been missing his Saturday gaming. But we're gaming tomorrow night, aren't we, Daniel?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Good man. Good man. If anybody else wants to play some OSE tomorrow night, I'll be running my Yule game. You're more than welcome to come along. Call of Cthulhu game started on Tuesday, and we had quite a lot of people taking part. It was a 7-person group. I've got a lot of people because I know that there are going to be weeks when 2 or 3 people will be on call for work or have family issues. Those sort of things happen. We're all adults. We've got families. Those sort of things do happen. So having a core of 7 people, we can press on with 4 or 5 some weeks if need be. It just makes sure the game happens, which is good. Right. Anyhow, thank you, chat. It's been highly amusing tonight. We've had a lot of silliness, and the majority of the silliness has come from Halakar. So I'd like some of whatever Halakar's been drinking or smoking tonight.
I'd say it was courtesy of the River Cock, to be honest.
It started with the river being called Cock. Yes, that's the thing. And that just started it all off. So thank you, Mr. Livingston. You have set everybody.
Oh, and just so you know, that also gets mentioned in Death Trap Dungeon. So
does it, River Cock?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it's in the intro for Death Trap Dungeon as well. Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay. It's been 3 or 4 years since I played Death Trap Dungeon, but I have completed it. I know the way through it.
The chasm's called.
Oh, we're not going to go there, Joker. We're going to end the stream on that note. Thank you all. Cheers. I'll see you all tomorrow, but thanks for an enjoyable stream.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Night, everyone.